All right.
Pillow would be good.
Did you just say?
We're just talking about your vibrator pillow.
Yeah,
We are on.
Like a strange sex
Hello,
toy that you
everyone.
sleep on.
Oh
Like a
gosh,
bikini.
now they're like completely embarrassing
Just
me.
put it through.
Guess what this
Hey
is?
guys! Oh my gosh, it's Nathan there and John. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Hi, spinsters. Is that what you call your fans?
Yeah, I guess so. I've
Spinster?
never actually, we should. They say you should call your fans stuff, right? But
Yeah, we call them. We
Spinsters,
call our fans
no.
assholes. Ha, no.
What do
no,
they
they're
say?
amazing people.
The Sphinx.
okay, so they're only getting it right now. So there's like a 7-second delay. for
Oh,
them.
interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
so
Okay.
this is what they're
A
seeing.
lot can happen in 7 seconds.
A lot
I
can
know,
happen
right?
in 7 seconds. Yes.
Yeah. So is this new for you, for your fans, like to see you guys? I
Well,
mean, not so much. Well, Periscope, you actually.
Yeah, we tend to do like video live streams on Periscope, but I guess the difference here is that this is actually not going to hang and screw up
Yeah.
because the internet at my house is nonsense.
Yeah.
So every time we Periscope, it's like
Oh wow.
yeah, it's kind of like a 50-50 toss up on like whether or not we're gonna hang or just like completely lose out.
Yeah, but this seems quite smooth.
This seems very smooth.
Pretty smooth.
But yeah,
now.
generally because we do the podcast, so it's just an audio thing. We edit it afterwards, and it comes out a couple days after. But this is live, man. What's
This
gonna
is
happen?
live.
What's gonna happen?
It is live.
Anything can happen.
All right.
Oh,
So we're gonna start off with a game.
a game
And
right
Nathan, if
away.
you read over there,
No.
there's where's the thing? Do you see it?
What thing? Oh,
there's
this
a
thing?
packet of something.
What thing?
While they're looking for their packet of something.
Wasn't it?
Hey, good hang gang. See a couple of you guys on the YouTube channel. That's pretty cool. Hey, Anson. Hey, Star Rapsies. Barry Bryant. Alicia Tan.
You kicked
Clarissa.
it off
Hi,
a
guys.
bit.
Hey, Agnes.
It was like. In this
Look at all the
corner.
stripes that we have
Oh,
going on
this?
here. We have
No, no,
stripes. Stripes.
Okay, wait. It's a packet of Bean Boozled.
Oh.
How is everyone today?
Oh,
I saw it. I saw
You
it.
guys good? You guys having a good week?
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah, we're back into it. Okay.
Sorry. Okay. So usually it works where each one grab a color, the same color.
Okay.
But since there are three of us, I thought each one grab a different color.
I look like a hobbit.
So I'm going to grab blue.
Okay.
And then you guys can choose whichever else you want.
I'll take the one
Okay, so
closest to me.
explain the premise of this challenge,
Okay.
Dwayne.
All right. We don't see you very well. Okay.
I do look like a hobbit.
Okay. So basically, when you choose a color, it
Okay.
can either be a yucky flavor or
Oh, no.
a nice flavor,
I
right?
think I got a shit. I think I got earwax.
All right.
Okay.
So for yours, John, why don't
Yeah.
you go first? It's either rotten egg or buttered popcorn.
So this is the game. I either eat something good or eat something nasty.
Yeah, that's it.
Either
Yeah.
way, that's a loss. Buttered popcorn, jelly beans
Okay.
sound gross.
Yeah, it was delicious. Butter pop. What was it? Butter popcorn.
Buttered popcorn.
Butter popcorn.
Nice.
Yeah. That's actually pretty good.
Your turn.
Buttered popcorn sounds disgusting.
Yours
Like
is
candy
either-
flavor.
No, but it's not. It's sweet. It's like caramel corn.
Why would you make like butter flavored candy?
No, it tastes like corn pops. That's what it tastes like. That was good. I like this game. Good game.
What
Okay,
is mine supposed
Nathan,
to be?
yours is supposed to be either stinky socks or tutti frutti.
Stinky socks. How do you like turn that into a flavor?
I don't know.
You
The good
squeeze
people
the
at
juice
Dirty
out of your
Pots.
socks and
That's so
Yogurts.
specific though. Like the stinky socks of who? Because if it were like the
I know,
stinky
right?
socks of like Jessica Biel, I'd be so down. What I'm guessing is like the stinky socks of like Robert De Niro.
Marty from.
Yes.
well, yes,
Do
it
it.
is Bean Boozled.
Do
and
it.
Someone has tasted rotten egg before. Do it.
Can I
I'm
see
trying
the
to
package?
preempt it. Okay, was it either gonna be stinky socks
or tutti frutti.
tutti frutti?
I can't tell.
Me neither, to be honest.
Really?
Do you
I mean-
taste the tootiness?
Wow, Nathan can.
Even if it's stinky socks, is it still gonna be like sweet?
not really.
Oh, okay, then I got tutti frutti then.
Okay. And
So
what did I
kinda
get?
What do you have? You have blue, so you either
I
have
chose.
toothpaste or berry blue.
That sounds like a win-win.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Which is why I chose it.
You
What
bitch.
a dick.
Toothpaste.
Nice. Oh, actually, I had caramel corn.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
I saw it. Oh,
that was
okay.
good.
Tastes more like caramel. All right.
Can I just say, jelly beans are the worst candy ever.
I
Why?
I agree.
Like,
Agree.
second only, as in second from the bottom.
To licorice,
Black licorice maybe.
black licorice.
Candy corn.
I don't like candy corn either.
Candy corn's the worst. Why do people like any kind of like once your candy is like chewy and sticks to your teeth, you've already lost like several points.
Mm-hmm.
At least make it good. You know, if you're like a caramel,
Yeah.
you're doing
Which is
pretty
crazy
good.
because this is the best thing I've ever had. The best jelly bean I've ever had. Usually it's like they're like mealy and like they're like sweet, but like in a weird way. But anyway, this is quite delicious.
Cool.
You only had 3 left. That was very well planned. There's like none left.
No, there's more. There's a stash over there for my guests.
Oh, so you do this with all your guests?
Yeah, I do it with all my guests.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Okay, cool. The next thing we have. Okay, I'll run you guys through what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a robotic dog, which we will watch a video of soon.
Cool.
And then we're going to talk about the Oculus Rift versus the Sony VR virtual reality. And then we're talking about podcasting in Singapore, periscoping, Snapchat trends, and then the book you guys read, Ready Player One.
Yes.
I want to find out more about that. Theme parks in
Cool.
Singapore and abroad.
Cool. I've been to a couple of them.
And then some of your upcoming projects.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. So
Wait.
now, yes.
Have we like? How does your show begin?
Yeah. Do we know? Do people? Have we started? Do people know who we are?
Is there like an intro?
There's no intro.
Oh.
I don't have the soundboard that you guys have.
Fancy.
You guys can come up with something if you want.
Well, welcome.
Hi.
Good evening, everybody. Wait.
Or good morning if
This
you're
is-
watching this later.
Oh yeah, they can watch this later, right?
They can watch this later.
I'm Nathan.
I'm John.
That's Dwayne.
Mm-hmm. And this is Chip, the robot dog, over Nathan's face.
Oh.
All right, we'll put it
burn.
here.
What's
All right.
happening? What is this?
So I want you guys to watch the first robot dog in the world, and you own a dog, right?
Wait, what's happening? What is this?
Isn't
This-
that's a video's about to come
It's gonna be a video.
Can people see
and
this?
I'm
People
holding
can see
it
this.
up.
All right?
People can see this.
People can see this.
This
It's
is so
super
high
cool.
tech. What's happening?
Ready?
For ages,
Oh.
the dog has been man's best friend.
That's a robot dog. That is so convincing.
Introduce you
Not yet.
to man's new best friend. Meet Chip.
Chip's
Chip is a robotic dog. It's much
Nathan.
more than just a cool gadget. Chip is an interactive pet that's there to greet you at the door.
Ah, it tickles.
Chip recognizes who his owner is.
Hey, have you seen my other slipper?
Oh.
Have you seen my other slipper?
Oh.
And shows affection to them when near.
This is
Chip
crazy.
is obedient and can follow commands. But he also learns new things, so you can teach him tricks. And the smarter Chip becomes, the more badges he earns. When you like what you see, just press the like button on the band, which can encourage him to behave. Or be a little mischievous.
Oh.
Choices change Chip's behavior and shapes his personality, so that no two Chips are ever alike. Chip is a connected experience. He has a translator. What is it, Chip? So you can understand his thoughts. He comes with his own smart ball, so you can play
Comes
fetch
with a BB-8.
I was about to
stay
say.
active together. He also has sensors, so he can maneuver around obstacles with ease.
So he can know where you are all the time. What the fuck?
You can feed Chip,
Like you wake up, he's like on your
Shows his
chest.
hair.
Ruff, ruff.
and that's important. Because when you're in need, no matter it big or small, he's there for you.
Nope, not for that.
right.
Not for that. I am not for attacking robots, dogs. No.
Seriously, no one's seen it? This is like the 5th time.
I bet you at the end of the commercial, they're gonna be like, Cyberdyne. Skynet.
So he never runs out of energy. Chip is a smart device. Chip is a robot. Chip is a dog.
If only he cleans the house too.
Yeah. Roomba Chip.
But most importantly, Chip is
Chip?
A killer!
A friend.
A stone cold killer.
All right, cool.
Wowee.
Yeah, well,
so
if Chip
basically,
will protect you from home invaders.
I don't like this, Dwayne.
yeah, I was gonna ask. So, what do you guys think?
That's
Does this replace your dog?
that is the prequel of Terminator, is what that is.
That is a prequel of Terminator. Like, it would be like Terminators.
Okay, why do you not like it then?
Why would you want, like, something that can adjust its behavior through memory, and it's a robot, and no, I don't, wait, does it have, like, a mouth?
I don't even know.
It
We saw it.
barks and then it translates on your fucking iPhone, so it can be like, okay, am I allowed to curse? I'm allowed to
Yeah.
curse on YouTube?
No, yeah, sure.
Fuck! Okay.
He already
So-
did.
You don't bleep this out.
No.
Oh, I feel bad now.
Do you bleep it off your podcast?
No, I just
No.
said children have access to YouTube. We trust that children don't have access to podcasts because they're stupid and their brains are frail.
Yeah. Or that the kids who listen to our podcast are cool. By the way, goodhangpodcast.com. Dwayne, make something come out of my fingers.
Okay, I will later
Good
on.
hang podcast.
Wait, let's read some
Really?
of the.
You can do
let's
that?
Read some of the things. Okay.
All right, cool.
It's not fluffy, it's weird. I'm not okay if this dog is scares. Yes, it scares the shit out of me too. It doesn't make sense. Why do people want this?
Right. So
Well,
this
I'm allergic to dogs.
Okay, so
I'm
you don't
allergic
have a
to
pet.
I'm
But
allergic
I'm not
to
allergic to
robot
robotics.
death. I'm allergic to robot death.
So like, you can't snuggle it, you can't pet it. Like it's not the same, right? Like
It's essentially a
What?
phone that moves.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I want to have my phone like in my hand, in my pocket. I know where it is. I don't want my phone to be like, come back, no, come back, I can't get it. Like, that
I will say
yeah.
it's pretty cool that this dog does not shit and this dog does not, need to be fed. That's pretty fun.
to your knowledge.
It's like a real life Tamagotchi, yo.
It might leak out like battery oil and stuff.
It
like
might.
That,
That would be annoying.
Yeah.
No, it's like a
Right,
3D printed Tamagotchi. You guys ever have Tamagotchis?
Yep.
So
3D. All right.
Both
so the
things
thing is,
bad.
but this okay. So basically, the whole thing is like this was on Indiegogo. This was out 4 days, and it's got 84,000 out of 100,000 already.
of course it has.
So
it's just a
we're
prototype.
on
It's
to
not
the
even out
next
yet.
topic in terms of like. It seems like boutique brands are doing better than commercial brands these days. Like, it's all about like supporting the underdog now.
Yeah.
So like, this
I
whole
see what
thing-
you did there. I see what you did there.
Underdog.
This guy.
So-
this guy with the okay.
this old man who so basically so I mean even though we didn't like it, but but in terms of the trend of like Indiegogo and things like that, do you think that's going to be something that will take over eventually?
I support it. I support innovation and I support self-starting companies. I do not support robot dogs that can kill you in your sleep. But if
That's the beauty of Indiegogo. You can choose what you support.
so people can bring on their own deaths as opposed to corporations. Yeah. But like I don't I think like all these smaller companies that are starting up and like doing all their things on Kickstarter, Indiegogo,
Kickstarter.
GoFundMe, things like that.
Yeah.
Like they're never ever gonna topple down the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people go to Shark Tank and shit like that.
But
you
it's
know?
not meant to topple down the.
Yeah. But like it's
to
nice
allow-
that they have their own sect. It's
Yeah,
nice
that's what it is. It's not
yeah.
going to topple down the big guy. It's to allow the little guy a chance
Yeah.
to have
to
his
have a
place as
voice.
well, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like it's nice that like I mean, even for something like this to exist, like something like this wouldn't have existed like 15 years ago. Even like we would have to have got approval from networks,
License and-
and like licenses, and we
Yeah.
have to like apply for something on TCS or MediaCorp, whatever you call it.
Plus, there
like,
was
back
no
then.
YouTube back in 2000.
That too, but like it's just
Yeah.
like it's nice that nowadays anyone can have a voice. It also sucks sometimes, but most times it
Like
works
in the
out.
case of Amos Yee.
It just in general.
Right.
In general, like it's nice that people can have the freedom to, work at something they believe in and give it out to the world.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking
Yeah.
of, some people in the chat are saying that you
Okay.
have a show in 2 hours that you have in a Halfworlds episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys know that that's not filmed live, right?
No, I gotta go after this. I gotta get in costume.
Oh, shit.
And like
Koki, you get into your Koki mode?
Chucky.
Chucky,
Why
whatever.
would I need to be
I'm
Koki?
sorry.
I gotta
I don't
get
know.
in costume. Then I'm gonna go fight some Demits in about like 2 hours.
2 hours.
So like this thing won't last longer than 2 hours.
Yeah,
you,
he's
you
gonna
won't
take his-
you won't see me at two places at the same
I'm going
time.
to take his private demon jet
Yeah.
to Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
But anyway, yeah.
Well, we
No.
can talk about that now. I mean, and your upcoming projects as well.
Yeah, I like that you brought up. I greatly support Indiegogo. I'm trying to think about now how much money I've given to like these crowdfunding.
Yeah, I was gonna
things.
ask. Do you support that?
I do.
Have you-
I support.
I mean, aside from Inch's Inch Chua, was her album on Indiegogo?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it
bought her
was. It
album.
was
I bought it
Indiegogo.
after
It was
the
on
fact,
Indiegogo.
so-
Yeah. So
No, but
got
like
it there.
I support things on Patreon. Have you heard of Patreon? Patreon's great. Like I just feel like yes, every frame of painting. Take my couple dollars a month. You guys are great.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nathan's right.
I support. There's this thing on Kickstarter that's like it's like a router that you leave at home, right?
Okay.
And what you do is you put your you put your SIM card inside this router, and then you replace it with a SIM card that they give you with the router together. So
Okay.
leave your SIM card at home with the router next to your internet,
Right.
and basically you put their card in, and your phone becomes usable in any country
Yeah, he was
Wow.
talking about that.
in terms of like Wi-Fi, internet, calling, texts.
So
like,
let me get this straight. So you buy the thing,
Any
comes with the
country.
thing, and a SIM card. The SIM card that they give you goes into your phone?
Yes, the SIM card that you basically swap out your SIM card,
Right.
put it inside the device, leave it at home, and then put in their SIM card. It essentially makes telco networks obsolete.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, because your SIM card that you bought from the company, or Singtel, say
It connects
Singtel.
back to the one at home.
Yeah.
That is like through internet.
So when you go overseas, do you have to connect the SIM card you have in your phone to like the local thing, or it just works?
It just works.
That's crazy.
So it's
wow.
not gonna.
That's Skynet. The SIM card is
that does sound
Skynet.
scary, but the thing is like
The dog is Cyberdyne. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Watch Terminator.
Genesis.
Oh God, no! Please save yourself.
No, but it's like, but I love that idea because like I travel a fair bit, and like the worst thing, like sometimes when you take like really short trips, is that you don't bother getting a phone card. Sometimes you don't have a phone card in that country, and like it just sucks to not know where things are with GPS or whatever. I mean, it sucks that we need to rely on it, but still, it's nice that you can have that option too.
So do you have one?
It hasn't been made yet.
Oh shit! But you're on the ground floor.
I'm on the ground
You're
floor.
gonna get one.
It's an Indiegogo thing.
It's a Kickstarter thing, yeah.
Oh wow.
What's it called?
I don't remember. If you Google it, like something will come up, like
Google
Kickstarter,
SIM card, take with you international travel, and sleeve at home. Like Bernoulli searching on Google. I find that very fun.
I'm a very effective Googler.
Me too. I Google with the best of them.
What cleavage? Oh my! Oh my!
So Halfworld. Is it called Halfworld?
Halfworld, yes.
Halfworld's whole fun.
So have you seen have you been in a few episodes already? Is it like every week?
Tonight, the beginning.
Tonight is the season finale.
Oh wow!
It's the 1 hour special. 2 episodes back to back.
Oh my gosh!
Season finale, and I have not seen a single one since episode 2.
Why not?
And the only I just keep forgetting, and I just haven't really.
And he watched those in Indonesia. Like they flew him there to watch these episodes, basically.
All of it before.
There are 8 episodes in total in season 1. Okay. I've only seen 2, only because during the press conference they showed it to us, so we wouldn't be completely clueless as to what to answer and say. So I've seen those first 2 episodes, and I just haven't caught up since.
Yeah.
I fully intend to. It's all like if you have HBO, and I'm assuming you don't watch it through like pirated means, you should have HBO on demand as well.
Yeah.
And you can watch it on there. Like you just like click through on demand. So that's what I'm gonna do once everything's out.
Okay.
So the Good Hang Gang, you guys know what's going on.
Do
the Spinsters,
right?
Nathan Hartono, local entertainer, is on a TV show called Halfworlds. It's on HBO.
Thank you.
He plays a guy named Koki because he does a lot of that stuff.
Is it set in the future? Sounds like possibly.
It's not time specific, but it's set in Indonesia. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you assume it's modern day, but they're not exactly. It's not like ancient
Jakarta.
Asian past or distant future or anything.
So are you a good guy or a bad guy?
I'm a good guy.
You're a good guy
for the most part. Yeah.
Okay, and do you come back in the second season?
Can you tell?
I'm not sure.
Dwayne Spin Stop exclusive.
I'm not sure. You gotta watch tonight to figure out.
This is Infinite Studios, though, right?
This is by Infinite Studios and HBO. Yes.
Right. Awesome. Okay, cool. And you have an improv group.
I do. I work with the improv company here in Singapore.
Wow.
Yeah, we do some fun stuff. I'm in the infant stages of forming my own team, which is like because I took some classes in New York. So I'm trying to take John Prav. TM. So I'm trying to take what I learned there and bring it here, and it's very exciting. The improv scene here is like it's in its infancy. So in a weird way, it's great because there's like so many ways that it could go, and it's very exciting. I can't wait to. So for those of you, I keep doing this. I think this is what we do in the podcast. For those of you who don't know, and I actually have someone to talk to, there's short form improv and long form improv in terms of comedy. Short form is like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Games. I'm sure you played it in school and stuff. Long form is like this whole different animal where it's like you just go, you have like 30, 45 minutes, an hour to do funny scenes.
Right. And
there's a way of doing it that you learn. I learned it in the UCB in New York, and it's the bomb. Please come watch my stuff. You'll enjoy it.
In Singapore, UCB means something completely different.
Ugly Chibai?
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna go like you Chibai, but yeah.
Do you join them?
I don't actually. I've seen shows and I've gone for a hang, but I've never joined them because I don't like. I might consider in the future like going in for some lessons and stuff, but I don't see myself as a strong comedic improviser, so I wouldn't. Like, I couldn't even say the word. So it's gonna be a while before you see me on like a improv stage, if ever.
Right.
Yeah.
But you are quite a joker, right? I mean, obviously,
yeah.
it's just that all your roles are, I think, Spring Awakening, Halfworlds.
Yeah, but also what we do in the podcast is comedy improv. Again, if you would like to see our podcast, go here. Dwayne, you gotta put it right there.
The link is going to be right here. Yes.
I'm going to do this like 20 times, and I'm just going to make you edit the shit out of it. It's going to be great. It's gone. No, it's back.
Fireworks.
See, but it can't come on. It can't come on if you're not on. If you're on a mobile phone, it won't come up, right? It has to be on your desktop. Or
that's
laptop,
okay.
Right?
Watch on your desktop. It's gone, and it's back again. It's
Fireworks.
gone, and it's back again.
Edit like a Hadoken.
Yeah. Yeah, and then edit me just like becoming like a dolphin. Hold on, I go.
All right, so this is the time where you take over, and I'm going to prepare a surprise. We're still in the health. We went to technology a bit, but we're all over the place. But we're still in the health. We're still in the health department. So I'm going to bring out some kind of health stuff.
Ooh.
So take over.
Like
I will be
chia
right
seeds
back.
And shit.
All right.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right, we're taking over.
Just be nice to my room.
Ah, this light's so bright.
Swin Stop's going. Dane's what's it? Dwayne's Spin Stop is
Swain Stop.
Dwayne Stop.
By the way, this guy's room
is awesome.
Out of respect, I'm not gonna like show it to you guys at a 360, but like we've known Dwayne for a while, and he is a Disney super fan. And if you think you're a Disney super fan, you have no freaking idea. Because he's got like posters, books, CDs, VHSs, DVDs.
If I wasn't an idiot, I would challenge him to a game
action
of like
figures. He has an Aladdin action figure that I'm scared to touch because it looks very old. And
Winter Moon Pocahontas.
I feel like the moment I touch that box is gonna crumble, and it's probably worth like $8,000.
This is all possible.
It's all Disney, man. All Disney all the time. Like, yes, improv is really so good. Nathan does electronic music improv. That shit. I did do electronic music improv.
This is so funny because when people watch this in the future on YouTube, they're like, "Why are they just stopping and like looking closer at the screen?" And then
no. I believe they see the comments as well.
They stream live. Fucking internet's so good. Go technology.
That could also be completely inaccurate. I'm not sure how YouTube live streaming works. I've never watched one actively.
Yes.
I would assume that the comments would still happen. Oh, Dwayne's back. I would assume the comments still happen. I'm scared. I'm scared. What is happening?
Oh, it's like unicorn blood.
So this...
why is the cup warm but the content's cold?
Mine's cold and cold.
Alright, wait.
So basically...
He gave us a goblet.
So Nathan, on your podcast, you said you had not ever tasted eggnog.
Oh, is that what this is?
So what I did was I looked for eggnog at the shop at the supermarket, but they were taking it off the shelves. This was like half price because it was supposed to be expired by the 6th of January.
Oh. It's now the 11th.
So I bought it on the 2nd. I threw it in the freezer.
Smart.
And then I took it out yesterday. So technically,
you're
this
good.
should still work.
Well, no, here's the thing. Like a lot of expiry dates in supermarkets, they're kind of like a week off. Except for milk, unless you really refrigerate that shit. But for the most part, when you see like, oh, this bread expires when, or this like,
they're really hedging their bets. It's like,
yeah, like they just want to be safe. They want to be safe and make sure that no one gets
sues them.
No one sues them. They want to cover their asses. But for the most part, you're fine. If the bread in your house is like 3 days past its best buy, just eat it.
So you're okay to drink this
Down
expired eggnog. Okay.
Here's the thing. Also, I just want to point out,
diarrhea is the best.
That is true.
So
Not to
this
go off
is
too much
Nathan's
tangent.
first time drinking eggnog, by the way.
I don't know if I should look here or here, so I end up kind of just looking here.
Just look at. I always look at my guests here, so that I can just
So are we downing this? Is that what we're doing? Is there booze in this?
Down it. You can put booze in it.
Is there booze in this one?
There's no booze.
And this is chocolate eggnog.
This is chocolate. I'm sorry, I couldn't get normal eggnog, so you'd have to.
All right, cheers, boys.
I'm down for the chocolate.
Can I just say the last thing I drank on a podcast was an egg, so this is way better. This is eggnog. That's tasty.
Would you compare? So you're the eggnog expert more than the two of us.
Yeah, in that I've had eggnog like 3 times.
So is this good eggnog? Is this a good...
This is the first time I've had chocolate eggnog, but yeah, it's pretty decent. What I like about eggnog, it's like a sweet milk and it's like thicker, creamier. Like this could be a nice little bit thicker. But
this is basically Magnolia's chocolate milk. I know because I just had some like a few days ago, with like a whole bunch of cinnamon powder. That's essentially what this is, and like maybe like a dip of nutmeg.
And it's a bit thicker.
So would you say that this is a good first time eggnog, or no? Nathan needs to try.
I think you gotta get. I mean, I appreciate the effort, but I don't think you can get chocolate as your first eggnog. I think this doesn't quite count yet.
I'm sorry, Nathan.
I never understood eggnog as like a thing. What is it? Is eggnog like milk with an egg in it?
No, it's like custard. It's like thin custard. So you make custard with eggs. Yeah, there's eggs in it.
Like egg yolks?
I think whole eggs, yeah. But I think maybe even more yolks than that. It's just really thick. It's like think of like a milkshake but thinner.
What'd you just?
Like milkshake.
Oh, milkshake.
But thinner.
Ah.
Or like custard. But
so it's like a
drinkable. I don't know, but this is damn good podcasting. Here's to you.
Cheers.
Spinsters.
No, we can actually do visual shit like this because it's a video.
Sihui, Duat.
What?
Is one of my
speaking
spinsters.
English? Oh, okay.
No, she's one of my spinsters. She's like, she's like buried in there with all your good hangers. I saw her just earlier on. Anyway, hope you guys mix well.
Yeah, be nice to one another.
Yeah. So the other thing was podcasting. I want to talk about that now.
Okay.
That's my ass you're touching. What are you doing?
Donkey!
What are you doing, donkey?
That is from Universal Studios. I used to work at the Donkey Live Show.
Yeah.
I think I knew someone that worked
Which
at Universal Studios.
John
Bunch
also
of dumbasses.
kind
That's
of
who
works there
there.
too. Are you talking about John?
No,
That's
John
me.
works at a place of universal
Of
enjoyment.
universal enjoyment.
Yes,
and
it is enjoyed
fulfillment.
universally. Yeah, it might be universal. I'm not sure. He's very vague on that.
Sorry, I bet your guests aren't usually this tangent filled. Like we're kind of just like
Oh, it's different. It's different.
got a very interest. So sorry, what were you introducing? You were talking about
Podcasting.
Podcasting.
How did you guys get started?
Awesome.
What inspired you? Who
Yeah.
do you listen to? Why did you? And how did it come together?
Awesome.
I have lots of questions, but that's just a start.
So again, I feel like maybe we haven't super introduced ourselves like super clearly. So
Okay.
John and Nathan,
That's
we have
true.
a podcast together. It's the
that's why
First,
they're here.
Why
It's
are
called-
his ears so fucked?
It's called
Focus, Nathan.
Good Hang, and
Yes.
you can find them on iTunes as
Right
well as
here.
you kind of stop your episodes on SoundCloud. I don't know. It's like what happened?
That's his fault. That's his fault.
Okay, so
Anyway, iTunes so far.
Okay,
SoundCloud. I don't
basically, podcast was. John is an avid listener of podcasts. I'm an avid listener of podcasts. We've been listening to them for at least 5-6 years now.
Yeah, longer yeah for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just been like a really cool alternative to listening to music on the commute, on the way to school, jogging, whatever. So like, it has always kind of crossed my mind, at least for the last 3 years, like, why isn't there like an active podcast in Singapore based around pop culture, and just like an entertaining show, that kind of thing, where it's not educational. I mean, where it's not like a university lecture, or it's not like a Christian what do you call those things, like daily like one of those like
What?
Christian
Daily
daily bread
bread
things.
things,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, because when I looked up, because I was so curious, like I was so into podcasts, and I was like, Singapore needs, like, they have to have some.
Right.
So I looked it up, and there were none. Like
Really?
there were some, but they were like defunct for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were essentially just students like talking into a Mac
Oh wow. Okay.
microphone. So it was always in the back of my mind, that kind of thing just like itched. It's like, oh,
So this
podcasts
is
need to
all you
happen.
now. Like John wasn't in the picture just yet.
Oh no, I'm sure he had thoughts about this as well.
I
I'm
had-
talking
okay,
about
okay.
like my process
'Cause,
like-
pre John.
Because what a podcast is, and like again, I'm just for someone who's never even heard of a podcast. A podcast is just like it's basically an audio show. It can come with different topics. It's just usually 1, 2, or 3 people talking about whatever. Sometimes some have more structure, some have less.
Yeah.
But basically, just like what's that porn rule again? Like any fetish you might have, there's gonna be a porn about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Any interest you might have, there's gonna be a podcast about it.
Yes.
I guarantee it.
Like literally, if you just watched a movie, or if you just read a book, or if you're particularly into a certain band,
Yeah.
if you just search on like the podcast app, by the way, if you have an iPhone, it's there by default.
Yes.
Like it's
Yeah.
just gonna be there. Go to the podcast app and like search it, like look up. Great Expectations. I just read that and I really loved it. You will find like a list
Multiple.
of different podcasts that will either talk about it, review it, discuss it, have a whole themed
Right.
episode
podcast
about
app.
it. And
That is so interesting.
it's just a very interesting world. So like I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, oh, someone should do it. And like I even went so far as to like kind of try incept different people that I thought would be good podcasters.
Right.
I remember very clearly, like I had this conversation with
Cleavage.
I was gonna pull
Is there a podcast about cleavage?
I'm sure there is.
I'm positive it's like the Cleavecast, yeah. But it's like I remember very clearly I spoke to Dikosh one time, and this was back when I didn't even know him that well, but I knew of him and what he did. He basically did like a vlog style YouTube channel,
Right.
and I remember speaking to him while we are like doing makeup for some photo shoot or something. I was like, you know what you should do a podcast. It's really cool. Like, there's like so many. It's like it's super interesting.
That
You
guy
get a
can
really
talk.
cool audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just tried to like get that like planted in his
Right.
mind. And every single time I met him after that was I would like bring it up like,
like,
hey, you should do a
podcast,
podcast. You should do a podcast. And like he never really caught on.
Incepted it.
He never really caught on.
Whereas Nathan was just like, mentioned, let's do a podcast. I was like, sure.
Yeah, no, like literally,
Awesome.
finally, it was like, if no one's gonna do it, like, someone's gonna do like something. So like, I knew John listened to tons of podcasts, and I knew John was like a talker, and I knew like we had very
Not
similar
wrong.
interests.
Not wrong.
So I just texted him like, it'd be really cool if like someone did a podcast in Singapore, and like John just texted back like yeah, I'd be so down, and it was
Yeah.
pretty much like a couple of meetings, couple of trial runs. We
Oh,
figured.
the trial ones were fun.
Yeah, it's like, and we kind of figured that we had a rhythm.
Right.
We could go on for like 90 minutes or more.
Yeah.
Some of them are 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. So that's the thing. I like
20 minutes.
I like that you brought up Dkosh and vlogs because vlogs seem to be like the more popular, at least especially in Singapore, to like reaching out to people or having fans.
Mm-hmm.
But like vlogs are that they're like 5 minutes long, and then like if you stumble on your words or if there's an error, you cut it out, right? You edit it. That's why you always see a YouTube with jump cuts.
Yeah. So it's like,
ours is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And like they're
just-
on this
it
side of the
just
screen,
goes on.
and then like they're on this side of the screen, and then they're on that side of the screen.
Right. So how did you get? So how did it? Like, did you have to figure out technicalities? And
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
that journey like? How
Yeah.
did you reach out to people? How did you reach out to your audience?
Yeah.
Right now
Well,
that you
actually,
have?
Well, just to finish my previous point. Yeah.
Right,
so
sorry.
in the opposite, it's podcasting for us is the opposite of YouTube, where ours is like super spread out, exactly like we said, over 2 hours. So how do we reach people? I don't know.
No, well, how did you get started in the first place? Like, so how did you know where to put it on? You know, for anybody.
Oh, the real like
Interested-
nitty gritty.
Yeah, all the
aspects of it.
technical stuff.
That
like,
took a while, man. I
Yeah,
thought it was gonna
trial
be
and error.
That took a while. I legit thought it was gonna be pretty easy.
Right.
But like John and I would spend like hours over like Skype or on like a dinner table just trying to figure shit out.
Trial and
like,
error.
like small little things that bothered us, like, oh, why is like the description, why there's like HTML code in there, or like when an episode comes out, like why is there no sound, or like when we post something on the website, why does it come out weird? Like there's a lot of tiny little technicalities I think everyone just needs to figure out on their own. I don't think there's like a straight like ABC what to do, because there's just so many options on what to host.
So how long did you go through that before you decided you were ready to do your first podcast, and how did you know that was the right like thing to do?
Yeah, I think we trusted that we would figure out the nitty gritty, the technical side. We was just a matter of doing, but we were like, that's our main concern, was like, can we do something do we have rhythm? Do we have chemistry? Are we going to do something that's not completely useless?
Yeah.
But basically, was your first episode that you recorded something you went, okay, this is it?
Well, we
Or did
actually
you record a
we
few?
recorded 2 trial episodes.
Okay.
The first one, the first trial episode was like pretty much almost like the second or third time that we met about like discussing the podcast, and we just jumped straight into it. We realized that like it was cool. Don't know if we're gonna release it, but it was interesting. Like it was an interesting experience to like talk for a prolonged amount of time.
And I think what Nathan and I, why we work well together is that there's so many things that we're kind of just on board with. Like we almost have like a link. Like I don't think we ever articulated it, or I'm sure we did eventually. But like
we're both wildly racist.
Super racist. Particularly against brown people.
Women are the worst.
Like
women should not be allowed to
and then
do
like
anything.
Women
basically.
of color, it's like, what are you doing?
Like why even speak?
Wait, they don't know that. We're joking. This is new to them. No, we're so
they're just
joking.
These guys
so
are
joking. I love women. I love women more than I love myself.
And then how did you find these guys? These guys are so like. Did you go on like Reddit or Facebook? Like how do you?
Why haven't we gone on Reddit yet?
How do you? Oh, so you haven't?
I've been meaning to for a while. No, I don't think it's wrong to say that like a lot of people who listen to our podcast find us through his music.
Ah, okay.
Nathan, accomplished musician and whatnot, and then
It's
the
so
cool
different
ones.
though. I mean, if you're into Nathan's music, you're not necessarily into.
Oh no, not at all.
the
Not necessarily,
humor
not
or
necessarily,
the-
not necessarily.
So but it's still.
But that's the thing.
from there.
I think it's what got a lot of people in the door, and then so they came in because of Nathan. They stayed because of me.
Ah.
Yes. So like they came in from the front and then they stayed at the back. You know?
That's me on the back.
He's the back. He's the back door.
I had a point like 30 seconds ago.
It'll come back.
So yeah, the podcast, the way I see it, it's also why it's called Good Hang. It's like Nathan and I, every time we would hang out, we have so much to talk about, so many things that we had in common. But like over the course of years, we wouldn't see each other very often. Like either he was in the States or I was in the States or whatever. So eventually, when he started settling down here and I was already settled here, it's like, we should do this thing. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, so every week, it's like we get together and we talk about what people who haven't seen each other in a week or in a while talk about. We talk about politics, what we've been up to that week.
It's funny, you even you catch up while doing the podcast.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Like there are times, I'm not afraid to say that, like we'll be like hanging out and like talking, like stop, save it for the podcast. Yeah.
Kind of.
But
but it's definitely like when you're talking about the audience, right? Podcasts in general, it's definitely not a thing that I anticipated being a massively popular medium. Because I mean, it's niche worldwide, and in Singapore it's even more niche, more so. I mean,
so you have to develop the podcasting.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like I knew for a fact that majority of my audience would not be vaguely interested in this podcast because like, and like I think it's fair to say that a good fraction of my audience don't even understand English that well, because you know I have done stuff in different countries. So it was not like a commercial decision. It wasn't like, oh, you like me? Well, this. No, it was more like an itch that, you know, I think we both needed to scratch.
Absolutely.
And like, it was the kind of thing where it's like, wanted to do it, so just hunker down and like fucking do it.
Yeah, and then from there, I mean, we do the usual promoting these. We go on Facebook and stuff. We do our best, but like honestly, it's these guys who are doing our main promotion. Like they'll show it to their friends, and we'll get into it.
We don't buy ads on the Straits Times. They probably wouldn't let us.
Yeah, probably not. Because like again, it's the nature of podcasting. It's like you might not have a big audience, but the people who listen to you get to know you intimately.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours a week that's we're in your ears, and
Right.
I couldn't be more grateful to these people who are calling me a misogynist. Yeah.
No, they get you gifts and stuff, right? I see. It's pretty
See,
sweet
Star
to see
Rhapsody.
that.
Yes, we love you, John. You are the best. Nathan sucks. Go away.
Oh. Do you guys ever fight deciding what to do, or fight over the attention, or?
Not particularly.
No.
We don't really find out what. I mean, we might have like differing opinions on like what
Like
should we do on this episode, or how should this thing like turn out.
Who gets to be at the soundboard?
No, but like, I think we, for the most part, and like I think for all everything so far, we're able to reach like a good middle.
Yeah, it's a really good give and take, and
Yeah.
there's never been anything where it's like I've thought. Yeah, like you said, we have different opinions, but we've never been so wildly far apart.
Yeah,
Right.
because in the end, I think we both have similar senses.
Yeah.
So we might not approach something the same way, but the end product is always going to
exactly right.
satisfy both of us.
Yeah, totally.
Right. Well, speaking of the technology of it, you're saying that if you go on your iPhone app, you find it. Is that part of iTunes? So all these different podcasts have to be signed up with iTunes?
It's gotten a little different since Apple Music came out, right?
And what if you have an Android?
If you have an Android, you can just search on your Google Play Store or whatever it is that you use to download apps. Just search podcasts, and there are like a whole host of third-party apps you can download to download podcasts on. But I mean, I don't really know if it's an iTunes exclusive thing, but I mean, it's called podcast for a reason because of the iPod.
I mean, I recommend using. Let's see if I can get it. Downcast, you see bottom left corner. That's the best for me. Is the best podcatcher.
You're not pointing at anything.
It's hard. It's everything's mirrored. I'm like, okay, look at this pod. Wait, where
Your phone's not even in the thing. The red thing,
Anyway.
the red logo.
the bottom red corner? Yeah, Downcast.
Okay.
I'm afraid people are gonna see stuff on my phone and like.
So, yeah, we play this thing called Spin Stop, which is a game which, since your phone is out,
oh god.
you're gonna have to bring out your photo album.
Oh no.
Okay, you gotta pass 3 times though, but we'll only play it once.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
What are we doing?
And you're gonna
I
spin.
think I know what's happening.
Nathan's gonna spin.
First one to get a dick pic loses.
Nathan's gonna spin, and you're gonna just say stop,
Okay.
and then you're just gonna have to show us the photo.
You're spinning that.
You can.
Oh, wait. Oh no. Like how do you
I
do
don't know.
it?
Actually, it's hard on the iPhone. I don't know how. You just get Nathan to just scroll through without looking, and then when
This is a good game. I enjoy this.
And then what? Just point, kind of thing.
yeah, or you can do it for Nathan
All right.
now.
So
He's-
Nathan,
he's
you're
ready.
spinning. You're spinning.
We're doing it for each other, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing
no,
this.
no.
I'll
You're
do-
gonna. It's up to you.
So
Whoever
first
wants
is
to spin.
Nathan.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
do him first.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
great. Oh,
Wait,
so
do I
you,
spin?
You don't look. You don't. Whoever's spinning, don't look. So
Okay.
the other one says stop. Whoever says stop.
so this is my phone. Stop. And then what?
Okay.
Look at the picture. You can pass if you want. If it's a really bad picture, you can pass.
Oh, I'm totally fine with this picture. This picture's not even of
Okay,
me.
show it.
So this is a picture
And
from my
explain it.
WhatsApp group. This is Alicia would know what this is. This
Gotta
is
be much
from
closer. Like that.
this is from Universal Studios,
Aw,
a place of
so
universal.
It's a
fun.
giant cat. Kill it.
It's a giant
Not
cat.
giant pussy.
What's worse, a robot cat or a giant cat? You question. This guy.
Depends whether you
That's-
like fat pussy. What? Who
So
said
that's
that?
not
Who the hell
me.
said that? Come
That's
on.
my colleague, and this was his first day doing the show, so they were taking photos.
Hi, Kyosuke.
So yeah, okay. So far, not so bad.
Yeah.
Not so bad.
So now it's
But-
your turn to spin mine.
Awesome.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna hedge my bets. I'm gonna say he either gets a shameless selfie, a picture of my dog, or a photo that someone else took on my phone. Because ever since they did like
You just
slide up
described
the camera.
all
Yeah.
the photos that are on your phone. It's not hedging their bet. That's just saying exactly what
That
we're
is
gonna get.
true.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Stop.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it is pretty much just a picture of like the national like.
Oh, you went to the National
You just
Gallery.
turn the brightness down your phone.
No, it's
No,
fine.
no,
I'll
it's fine.
adjust.
If
It's a
you'll
picture of
adjust.
the National
Brilliant.
Gallery.
Oh, the stairs.
Yeah, like the national. Isn't that pretty?
I love those stairs.
Yeah, it was a picture of the National Gallery. I just walked around over there. It's a nice place. I dig it.
I still haven't gone
Huge.
yet. I've been meaning to
You
go.
have to go. It's really amazing.
I guarantee you, like in the next few months, like as more people check that place out, it's basically gonna become like OOTD, like Central.
Okay.
What is
OOTD
that?
Central.
These guys are so young. I
WIWT
don't get
Central.
any of what.
Okay, no. OOTD is something that I
I don't know
personally
either.
I didn't know what it was when I first saw it, but
Okay.
I looked at it long enough and I was
Over
like,
the top.
and I figured it out like when I looked at it. So just think about it. I said, photos,
Uh huh.
National
Oh,
Gallery.
outfit of
My
the
arm?
day.
What's wrong with my arm?
Dwayne's arm. You're ripped, man. Look at that. Look at that.
No,
Look
no,
at that
no.
muscle.
OOTD.
So I said photo, National Gallery, OOTD. Figure out what the acronym means.
Yeah, I got it. I already got it. I said it. So if you didn't hear me, that's good.
OOTD.
Oh wait, OOTD, National Arts Council. Wait,
No, National Art Gallery, photograph.
OOTD.
The lighting there is
Come on.
nice, I imagine.
Yes.
OOTD.
Yes.
Optical. No. Oh.
You are an older person. During
I
It's outfit of the day.
Output of the day.
Outfit of,
So
outfit,
people
Outfit of the day.
will take photos of themselves and put on the Instagram being OOTD.
outfit of the day,
Outfit of the
sponsored by
Oh, I see.
my mom.
Okay, wow. I am.
Yeah.
an old
Maybe they
person.
should have more than one outfit of the day because, they get dirty.
Then and WIWT is what I wore today.
What I wore today, yes.
Ah.
For the longest time, right? Like I think because OOTD and WIWT they both came out around the same time. Like when every Instagrammer was just putting that shit up, and I kind of figured out what OOTD meant, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what WIWT meant.
I feel
Because I thought for the longest
What I
time that
wore
it
today.
was.
John,
it was.
you're out of the.
I thought it was like an onomatopoeic thing. Where it was like,
What?
I thought that was what WIWT meant. So like when people posted it, I was like, dude, you vain little shit. No one's doing that. No one's catcalling you. I was like, oh, it's what I want to do.
Wee, wee.
Understood. I thought it was like, wee wee.
That's hilarious. No, I think that's maybe the first time. Not probably not. Obviously not. But like, how often do you hear OOTD or WIWTD?
I mean, nowadays,
I see it. As soon as you've seen it, I will see
guess. Like,
I'll
ironically,
understand,
you'll
yeah.
hear it. I forgot what we were talking about.
No, we were talking about. We were just playing the game. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game.
Okay, so now.
Hello, Kyosuke Nakamura. We don't know you.
Oh, he's a spinster.
Hi, Spins. I like having spinsters. This is
spinner.
great.
Spinner.
Kyusuk.
Yeah, because spinsters are old ladies are about to die, right?
No, he's a young dude, right? You're how old are you? Jay, what's your name? Jay.
Kyosuke.
I know you have another name, J.A. something, right? Okay, anyway. My arms are. Oh, thank you.
Whose arms are?
Oh, it's his arms.
Wait, the lighting here is too
You
broad.
both are terrible. Like, you make me look so brown.
So you
Well, we're close to the light.
here, hold
Oh my god!
it. Now we're. Oh my gosh,
Eat
Nathan.
it. Eat it.
No, that's my only light. Okay, so what was I gonna ask? Oh, theme parks. Okay, so theme parks. I heard you on your podcast because I do listen to your podcast. You were saying there are going to be more theme parks opening in Singapore. I know there's going to be a Fox opening in JB.
They're mostly indoor theme parks, which is the interesting thing.
Right.
Like, there's the one that's based up from a Mexican.
It's a lightsaber.
No, the game is we just have a regular conversation while he does stupid things.
Okay.
So there's one that's being brought in by a Mexican company, which I think is really interesting because it's like a theme park where kids have a chance to like role play in like jobs.
Is this Kids Mania?
So there's your
Kidzania? Or
I
something?
forgot what it's called, but Nathan broke your light. So that's happening.
He's gonna have to buy dinner later. No, just pull it and put it back on and then tap the back.
I was waiting like which one of us is gonna say it.
Well, I didn't know you were talking about your Tinder profile there, Dwayne. Thought we were gonna bring that up.
Tap the back of the lamp. No.
Tap the back of the lamp.
Wow, this is quite something.
Ah!
Put the light back. This looks awful. Put it back.
Wait. Photography 101.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Photography 101. Look at how much my face changes just by like a moving light. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like,
One of us here is a
yeah,
professional
there's-
photographer.
You can look like a completely different person. Just like
Make a guess.
Do you want some real photography 101? Here you go.
Alright.
Does anyone want to guess who's the real photographer here?
That's whatchamacallit? Butterfly light.
butterfly light.
Because the shadow on your nose creates a butterfly. This is split lighting.
Lighting can help your abs.
Which is not quite working because here. This is Rembrandt lighting. That's pretty standard.
Alright.
Because you can't quite get it, because you're supposed to get a Rembrandt triangle on your...
What if you put the light behind? What's it called?
That is rim lighting.
Oh.
You can't quite see it, because
Sounds so wrong.
there ought to be a rim of light. Anyway, who cares?
Okay. Anyway,
Photography's stupid.
So theme parks. Do
Yeah.
you think Singapore is that boring that we need so many theme parks?
I have a friend who currently lives in Boston, and she's like, actually, she's a mutual friend of all three of us. She was like, I want to go back to Singapore because there's no theme parks here.
It kind of is. I mean, not entirely.
Boston?
Well, not in Boston, but New England.
Yeah.
There's like Six Flags.
But even then, like, can you imagine like
That
a
wouldn't-
city like Boston with so much to offer and like history and culture and stuff?
Yeah. I
But
think
yeah,
people just
my
like
point
being
is-
thrown around in a fucking slingshot.
Like that's just a good time
You go to Clarke Quay.
regardless. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Do you
true.
think? But on another note, do you think Singapore is an interesting country minus its theme parks? Do you think there's a lot of things to do? A lot of Singaporeans say, "Oh, there's not much to do." Well,
Well, that's because we live here, though.
Yeah, I
but
guess so.
tourists, I love taking tourists around because I just love showing them the shit that I think they'd be interested in, and
Okay.
just seeing them kind of get mind blown.
What,
I think
what do you
Singapore-
show them? Like gardens? I mean, before that.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually things I'll always take tourists around and show them contrasting things in one day.
Right.
So it'll be
Right.
on one corner I'll take them to maybe I'll show them Tiong Bahru and in all its charm and slight gentrification, and then on the other hand take them to MBS and you can see wow. And on the other hand you can take them to Holland Village where it's very laid back and chill. Things like that where it's
a lot of people miss Holland Village. I feel like it's not on
in the
the
west.
it's not on the list. Of
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
exactly touristy, but then again, I don't really like taking people touristy things. It's more
Yeah.
look at how the country is and look at the different sites you can see just within one city. It's pretty crazy. I think Singapore, the one thing it has going for it is just a shit ton of range.
Right.
This place can be the next Vancouver. It can look like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What?
But that's the thing is that if you take it, I like seeing Singapore the tourist eyes because I guess you guys have lived here most of your lives. I've lived here for now 8 years. It's just you forget how kind of cool we have it.
yeah.
But
In terms of things to do, definitely if you live here, I think you just gotta seek things out. I think there's tons to do. If you're not into nightlife, there's shit escape rooms and
Love escape.
indoor snowboarding.
there's a
and
batting cage here that I want to
batting
try out.
cages. I'm terrible at it.
We're gonna do it.
Wow,
Like-
this
We're
is
gonna film it.
There's so many things to do. Just
paintball, and then there's this.
Yeah.
Isn't there a trampoline park and a?
I will say this though, Singapore needs more bowling alleys.
Oh, weird. It used to be a lot more.
Because there used to be one in Sinley. Because I feel every time people come together and go "Hey guys, what do you want to do?" other than watch a movie or go clubbing or whatever.
Yeah.
Bowling always comes up.
Yeah.
Then it's always gonna be but the nearest one is at Jurong.
Yeah,
Or
no-
at Mount Faber. It's that's too far away for most people when they're in a centrally located area.
And we're not really big drinkers anyway, so we're all about having a natural high. Bowling.
I also
Of
miss arcades. I
companionship.
wish there were.
Yes.
video
Why aren't there
arcades
more arcades?
where you can drink?
drink at
no.
arcades.
No, hey, we trademarked that already. Dave and Buster's. That's
Dave and
us.
Buster's.
Oh,
It's gonna be
okay.
Jon and Nathan.
Good man.
Okay, go for it.
But yeah, Singapore needs more arcades. There used to be a lot more.
But worldwide there are less arcades because as home entertainment
Yeah,
systems.
but
Oh,
still,
it's true. It's not
okay,
the same though. It's
legit. Just 2 weeks ago, I was taking my kid cousins out for an escape room.
right.
Well, not really kids anymore. The youngest one's 13. But after that, we went to Plaza Singapura and went to the arcade over there.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed to see that it's a third the size that it used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be huge. It used to span one entire
Yeah.
wall.
And it's-
from one place to the other.
And it's sad. A lot of the games are very kiddie. It's those
Yeah.
those
there's
fish
now-
for or something kind
Yeah.
of game
Yeah.
or it's not
now
it's not
it's
your
ti-
real kind of.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Now it's tiny. There's not that many booth games. There's a bunch of weird ticketed games, and
Yeah.
there are no
It's the ticketed games, right?
arcade boxes.
Right.
There's only one. And it was Tekken 7, which I wasn't too mad about, but still.
Okay, speaking of which, you guys had the privilege. I really wanted to try it, but you guys
The
had the privilege
segues in
to
this, holy
try
shit, right?
to try the Sony VR, which is a new
Yeah,
technology.
buddy.
It's Sony
PlayStation VR.
PlayStation Virtual Reality,
Yeah.
which hooks up to a PS4, right?
Yes.
To get,
Yeah, it's better than
Um,
real reality, to be honest.
and so you've got a chance to not only try that, you tried the Oculus Rift, which is another
Nathan
type
has.
of,
I didn't get to try the Oculus Rift, but
Yes.
yeah, I
right,
tried the Sony
which is
VR.
another type of VR. So
But
there
you-
are two competing brands now coming to the market.
But
pretty
you know
soon.
what's confusing me?
So it's basically virtual reality
yeah.
gaming.
So you
um,
put the goggles on,
right.
and you have little hand. It's like Ready Player One, which we'll segue into later.
Right. Well, I
Dwayne
want to talk
mentioned.
about that.
But-
So
Okay,
I want to
finish.
find out, Nathan
Yeah.
and John,
Mm-hmm.
what was that like? Is that like watching a 3D movie?
That's me.
That's John wearing
That's
the
John.
headset,
So cute.
getting
Doing the-
scared of electronic sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
here's
guys
the-
were cringing right into a corner. You were saying something.
yeah,
like,
well, yeah.
Right.
Well, here's the
How
thing.
frightening was that?
First of all, I'm confused because I feel like this technology has been coming out since I was a kid, and only now is it finally.
Yeah, I remember there was a
Finally
game
coming
in
out.
Toys R Us that you would wear a headset, and then they give you the this thing that you hold onto your hand, and you throw stars at ninjas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could still do that.
No,
With
but there was also a
there's game that I
Nintendo
have
one
on
where
my-
everything was red. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, so this VR thing. So you put on the goggles, right?
How good is it?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
How would you compare it to a 3D movie?
It's worlds different. You can't really
experience.
compare it to a 3D movie. What
Why
you should
not?
compare it to is a video game.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
imagine that you're playing a video game, but instead of just your screen,
Yeah.
it's completely all 360 around you.
That is the most.
So you
That's-
need space, though. You need space.
Not
in your
really.
room.
Not really.
If I play
You
in my room,
really-
I'm gonna bang into things.
No,
Not
because
entirely.
that's what the goggles are. So it's
Yeah.
projected onto your goggles. So, for example, like one of their main things to showcase like the
Oh,
technology.
you move with a controller. You don't
You
move
move
by
a
walking around the room.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe
that's
one, maybe
confusion.
one day.
But then
Soon.
I wouldn't feel like I'm. Okay.
No,
Okay, but that's the thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, John, go on.
Yeah. So the main thing they did to show it off was like this deep sea thing, and that's the photo that Nathan showed you. Was like
Right.
you get put into a shark cage and you get lowered down, and then you look around everywhere around you is water,
frightening.
and it changes, right? And you look down and you can see like a wreckage of a ship and stuff, and the shark comes after you, and you're like looking for the shark. Like the shark starts biting to the cage and stuff. It was the worst, most terrifying experience of my life.
But like the
Do
thing
you feel
is,
the vibrations though? Of
Yes.
you hear it, you
Yeah,
see it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel it.
well, it
How?
depends because you hold on to the controller and the controller can vibrate
Okay,
and it has
okay.
all these different prompts. But
Was
like
it
the
just
thing
a
is,
standard controller? I don't remember.
there's two different things you can do. Either the standard controller or the
There's, like,
PlayStation
two
Move
handheld
controller.
ones.
Like,
Yeah,
the thing
that's
that
right,
looks
that's
like
right.
like a dildo with a light on it. But like, it's so immersive because two of your most used senses are being completely overwhelmed. Your sense of
and
hearing
sound, yeah.
And, sight.
and your sense of sight.
Yeah.
And like it's being completely overwhelmed by this world
Mm-hmm.
that like you're completely fine that like you can't walk around and move. Like that's kind of you don't really fault it for that.
Yeah.
But the demos that we tried for the most part, it required us to stay put anyway.
Okay.
So the one that I tried
It was a scary one.
it was
right?
a horror based VR
Yeah,
experience.
I only caught half of this one.
You're like
Oh.
tied up to a chair.
Yeah.
I am guessing you're just some kind of detective. It's called The Kitchen. I think if you YouTube it, you can find it. But you're tied to a chair, and your partner comes to help you and comes to untie you. As he's untying you, a weird exorcist-looking girl comes up behind him, and essentially eats him.
Yep.
Oh.
And this whole time, you're tied to the chair, and like I have the VR on and everything, and I know. I'm just sitting on a chair in a room, nothing's real, but I was legit terrified because the sound
my
design was
gosh.
beautiful. I think the biggest thing that PlayStation VR does exceptionally well is the surround sound. So when I
Okay.
turned my head away because I was a puss, I was like, oh, like weird monster girl looking at me
here.
with scary eyes.
Right.
I'm turning my head away.
Turn,
and
you can hear it
the
through the
sound
right.
Oh
the
my
sound
gosh.
focuses on the right side, and that makes it even more real.
It's
Right.
really
Like you
smart.
don't see her anymore though.
You don't know. I mean,
It
you-
actually shifts
yeah,
the-
she's
the-
still there, but it
But
just
you
kind
can
of
hear.
You can choose because you can choose to look
Oh
away.
my god.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking for the shark, I was literally like this.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where the fuck is that shark, man?"
Right.
It even got to the point. It was so
Wow.
immersive, and the graphics were top notch.
Peed himself.
Yeah, it was no, but like when I
It'd be
turned my head
interesting
away,
to film people
yeah,
just with the
Yeah,
headset.
yeah. But like when I turned my head away, right, like it felt so real to me that I could have sworn like
Oh my
it could have just
gosh.
been aircon, but I swore like I felt someone breathing down my neck.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
and that's
There's
why I
like-
was like doing this.
There's like a
Wow.
75% chance that was me doing that.
oh, okay.
I think I went up to
Could've
that.
been you. The other thing is, how would you compare that to the Oculus Rift then? Is that how you pronounce it? Oculus.
Yeah, I think the
Rift.
Oculus Rift is like, did they patent the technology? I have no idea. But Oculus Rift, they are definitely like the pioneers in terms of like getting it right the first time.
What is it? It's a gaming system as well. Is it?
Yeah,
It's a
but they're-
virtual reality. It's the same
but-
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
But like all of them, I think the only one that's available on the market right now is the Steam VR.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But the Oculus Rift is still in its beta phasing. You can buy it as a beta tester, but they don't sell it as like a finished product.
Okay.
PlayStation VR, they didn't tell us the release date.
Right.
But in
So-
general, PS VR was a lot more immersive.
Right.
Like Oculus was cool, but it's been around for a fairly long time.
Right.
So, and a lot of the games that they have there are more basic and less like boutique designer studios like creating full-on experiences.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say Steam. Steam is. You're saying there's another version of it on Steam.
Yeah,
Steam,
yeah,
by the
there's-
way,
there's
Steam
Steam
is like
VR.
How do we explain Steam? It's
If
like
they're interested in this topic at all, they'll know what Steam
Okay.
is.
So if you have a Steam account, by the way, you know, I just read recently that 77,000 Steam accounts are hacked every month.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. Yeah.
Wait. See this? At the entrance, there's a VR pod thingy at Sydney. I have
Oh,
seen that.
really?
What the hell is that? I've seen it and I thought it was just like a
Oh,
weird
wow.
like exhibition, but can you actually
At
go
Cine Leisure?
inside?
Cine
Yeah.
is at Cine
Like
Leisure.
right in front of the famous Amos and the 7-Eleven.
Uh-huh.
There's like
Amos.
this there are like 5 or 6 chairs with
Wow.
like controllers and everything. Like, but I always thought that was just like an exhibition. I thought they were like showcasing the D-Box
Well,
cinema.
apparently it's a game. It's called
Virtuix Omni.
Wow,
Right.
Dwight, you're actually you know
Yeah.
your stuff.
That's cool, man. We will check it out.
I just don't know how down I am to be in public. Just be like,
All right, and just really quickly, we only have like 5 more minutes left. I still want to talk about Ready Player One.
Oh my god, this goes by so it's we really only going for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Discipline, I dig it.
Smart.
So, what was I going to say? Ready Player One. Basically, I have 2 questions. First of all, I wanted to ask you about how, as a YouTuber or a podcaster, you're accessible to your fans and everything, but then you also have your private life. So how do you deal with that if they turn up at your door, or what, do they do that? Do you guys do that? So how do you manage that? They turn up at your shows. Like, where?
Yeah, no. Like more often than not, I guess we're lucky that our fans are very cool.
Yeah, it seems like your fans they give you gifts and like they remember your birthdays.
Yeah, they did the sweetest thing for me when my birthday came around. They put a YouTube video together, including this guy, and just it blew me away. And
okay, so no problems there.
Yeah, I actually saw one of my fans. She's in there too. Alicia came to the park today and took a photo with me and stuff. So so far our fans are pretty cool. No one's stabby. Mm-hmm. No one's been offered to sleep with me yet. So so there's good and bad things. No stabbing, but no.
Yeah, but I think like just with fans in general, it's always a mixed bag. I think especially because the podcast is still fairly small, and the audience that we get tends to be. I think podcasting in general tends to draw a more is intellectual the right word? It's just like they're just. More well-informed people, like they have higher EQs.
Yeah,
I think more into like
they're
well-read.
thoughtful.
They're thoughtful. That's the word.
Like,
they're more thoughtful. Yeah. So like, you kind of trust that audience to not ever put you in situations where you feel uncomfortable.
Right.
I cannot say the same for
YouTube fans,
but just in general. There's like if once you put yourself out there in the mass market, you will meet people that will sometimes make you feel uncomfortable.
For sure, yeah.
And I have been put in those situations before, and it's kind of like, fight or flight almost. Yeah. Like you either like stick it and like just like okay, I'm gonna go through this and make sure like you don't. Oh my god, Choki, whatever it is. Yeah, but I think
love you on Halfworlds.
Yeah, but in general, it's the kind of thing where like it's hard to hate it because what are you without it,
Yeah.
And it takes so much for somebody to commit their time to their own time to your craft and the things that you do, and all it takes for you is like like a minute or two to stop and take a photo or like say hi, have a short conversation. So like it's really like why not?
Yeah, I mean we do it for them.
Yeah,
we do it for them.
No matter
we do it for us. We do it for them. It's like that's the performer, right? It's like we're just lucky that we have a job that's in a way selfless in that we're doing something for other people and yet satisfies us just as much.
Yeah.
It's the best. That's why I do what I do. That's why I look forward to it. Yeah.
Ready Player One, tell us. In
2.5 minutes.
No, we can extend just a little bit, but I'm interested.
Discipline.
So this is a book that somehow has popped up on my Amazon recommended lists as well, probably from what I read. And then I see on Goodreads, I think I have Jon and Nathan on my Goodreads app, that they've both read it. So I was like, what is this book? And I love the online gaming sort of, like I'm a huge gamer. I play World of Warcraft, and part of me actually wants to write a book about stuff like that.
Cool.
So I think it'd be
Wait, have you not read Ready Player One?
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch!
It's an older like
shit.
it's been out for a while
3
now.
years
So
now,
it wasn't
4 years
like,
now.
Like right.
All right,
So
I'm excited
tell us,
for you.
Brief shotgun. What it's about?
With no spoilers. Can you tell us?
Spoilers. Yeah, no problem.
Why it's cool?
Okay, so Ready Player One is this book written by Ernest Cline. By the way, if you haven't heard about it yet, welcome to the ground floor.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg is making a movie. It's going to be out in 2018. It's going to be the biggest thing.
Wow.
Basically, in 2018, everyone's gonna be talking about it, and you're gonna be like,
"Oh my gosh!"
Shit. But
is it like teen fiction? You think?
Ish.
Okay,
right.
so
it's set in the near future.
It's set in the near future. So I introduced Nathan to this book. So basically, in the near future, society we know it has not completely. It's basically it's changed. Like we run out of fossil fuels. A lot of things has changed the environment. Basically, it's a doomsday scenario, but realistic.
Right.
But
resources are scarce.
Yeah. So life in the real world is shit. The only thing that people have to look forward to is that this Steve Jobsy, Bill Gatesy figure created this thing called the Oasis.
Okay.
Which very similar to like this
World of Warcraft,
but also the Sony VR.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is it's the internet? Just think of the internet, but like expanded.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And you put in these goggles and these gloves, and you interact in this world, and it's like real life.
Yeah.
Soon it started out just a game, but then people started going to school there. Started people living their lives there and stuff like that. Now, when this Bill Gates character died, his name is Halliday. That's his last name, James Halliday. When he died, he was quite this interesting, esoteric kind of guy. When he died, he left the whole thing, the billions of dollars, the whole company, the Oasis itself, to someone who could solve a set of riddles that he left in the world of the Oasis.
Okay.
Now here's the kicker. James Halliday is our age, like how old we are now. So
I'm older than you guys.
He's probably closer to your age. So he grew up as a child of the 80s.
Yeah. Okay.
So 80s culture, movies, bands, TV shows is like now mainstream cool again because of James Halliday.
Right. Because he basically puts up billions of dollars up for grabs.
Yeah.
And if you can solve these puzzles based on my loves as a child, you will just take everything. So and you'll basically own the Google / Apple.
Exactly. Wow. All the steps to getting it is based on 80s culture. It's great. Even if you're too young or not into 80s culture, it's still super worth getting. It's probably one of my favorite books of all time.
Also, just like another hook, just like to really get you in. No spoilers, but you find this out in like the first few pages.
Okay.
Like the whole world is obsessed with like finding this treasure.
Right.
And the book focuses on this one guy who, after like 4 or 5 years of no one finding anything, this one kid finally finds the first clue.
The first clue, yeah.
He finds the first clue, and it's like, holy shit. Like the entire world is like, and like because it's like the internet, right? The whole world's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, he found it, and then it starts.
So what does Ready Player One mean? The title. That's the thing you'll see when you start playing Pac-Man or any of these 80s games. We put in your quarter. Ready Player One. Start. So that's Ready Player One in a nutshell.
Interesting.
Amazing journey.
Will there be a sequel? You think?
Ernest Cline came out with his second book, which was not good. It's called Armada,
and it's based like it is a follow-up.
It's a spiritual successor. It's not the same characters. It's not the same world or anything like that.
Okay,
good. Soft
okay, so it'll only be probably like one movie. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
But anyway,
cool.
So yeah, that's
check it out in audiobook. Do you listen to audiobooks at all?
Yeah, the audiobook is really good. It's read by Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton.
The audiobook is great.
Will Wheaton.
Cool. So
that's it. Wow.
Well. If you guys have any, but they talk to you on Periscope. If anybody has questions, we can take a few before we wrap.
Wait, I feel like we can scroll.
We can scroll, yeah.
We can scroll. I think there's a discussion of going to the MRT station near my house. Don't do that.
You may not have even picked the right MRT station.
I don't think it was.
Okay, so are we opening this to like an AMA right now? AMA, ask us anything.
Dwayne, are you gonna be a guest? Let's keep Dwayne. The boys need a Dwayne. I don't understand what's happening.
They want Dwayne to be in the podcast.
Dwayne is like the best at keeping them on track.
I could be a guest. This is true. We talk about collaboration, so this is a one-sided collaboration so far.
That's so funny.
That is true. Dwayne is the best at keeping them on track.
Go down. There's new comments.
If you watch my previous episodes, you will know that this is still not on track. By
Bowling
the way,
alleys, this is coming from the worst players. Kay said
we spit on your idea of structure.
Did you want to join? But none of these. They're just talking.
They're just talking. Yeah, okay. I was kind of keeping track while we were going along.
There is this VR pod. Blah blah blah. We've seen
Scroll all the way down. All the way
down.
New
movie Forest. I hope it's not Forest. Blah blah blah.
It's been an hour. Yes, Anson.
Okay.
Okay. So no questions, right? I guess.
Yes, they did confirm Artemis.
What? Shut up!
Yeah, they did. I mean, this was months ago, dude.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who's playing Artemis?
Some girl. I can't remember.
What about Wade?
All right.
I don't know where my phone is.
So
this is what it looks like when I'm frantically searching for my phone. Anyway.
All right. So anyways, so if you enjoyed this and if you want more, guys, you can. There's season 2, so just vote for your favorite guests. Next week I go to KL to interview my friend who is I think girls and guys that like hot guys. This is like a model type friend, so I just wanted to ask him. Oh, not that
Who is he?
His name is Toby. He was like
Toby Maguire.
No. But like,
Toby Keith. Toby's estate.
No,
that's
but
all. Damn, you got all 3 possible references with the word Toby. I think
Toby
you got
from
it.
Divergent. Isn't there one? Tobias as well. Anyways, no. I want to interview him about like in terms of like how does he deal with like people coming up to him a lot, getting a lot of attention.
I feel him. It's really hard to be this good looking.
So and like fitness stuff and stuff. Anyway, so that's the next episode. Anyhow, but I always ask my guests to stop. To click on the stop streaming button, so I don't know who is going to be the one to do this.
I'll do it.
Oh wait, right. And also, if you're listening to the podcast, or if you listen to the podcast at some point in the future, because this is going to be out in perpetuity, blah blah blah. Expect this man over here as a guest.
Yeah, we're getting
at some
on
point
pretty
in 2016, because 2016 is going to be the year of many more guests. Because
guests.
We've been terrible with just like getting guests in general.
So once again, guys, please, if you like this here, or
please click on like the video description. We'll have
we'll have our
the Good Hang Facebook page, as well as the Good Hang Twitter, as well as the Good Hang iTunes link.
Lightsaber
I won't
comes
give
out.
you the SoundCloud one because
I
Yeah.
will update that.
I'll update that.
But anyway, thanks so much for coming, guys. It's been a great spin.
yep.
All right, I'll click stop.
All right.
And stop. What a bunch of assholes, huh?
Oh,
It's
geez.
not stopped yet. It's
What?
not
What?
stopped yet.
What? Oh God! What have I done?
YouTubers are dumb as fuck. These guys are terrible.
Stop streaming.
Stop
I get it.
I'm about to put my dick
But you
out.
didn't click
Got
on
it.
You didn't click
Okay.
on it yet.
God,
It's
seriously,
it's
these
not